We have roast beef with the mustard Dijon, we have Jell-O, we have brandied nectarines, we have homemade coffee ice cream, we have 7-Up, we have Coke, we have Pepsi, no tequila, no cerveza.
Oh, hey! This is Megan Early, and this is The Buzz for Monday, March 28th, 2011, Day 5 of the 35th Cleveland International Film Festival. So what's holding you back from coming down to Tower City and being part of the story? Come down to see the excitement and catch some incredible films. So we just finished watching Nuremberg, It's Lesson 4 today, and we're about to head upstairs where we're going to have a brief conversation with Sandra Schoenberg, the restorer and producer of the film.
I never saw Nuremberg, although in our family we were very aware that my father had made this film. But I never actually saw the film until 2004. And I saw it in Germany at the Berlin Film Festival in German, and I became very curious about what had happened to the film in the US. And when I learned that it had been repressed, suppressed, banned essentially from US theaters, I became interested in what had happened to the English version, whether there was an English language version. And gradually, as I, like a detective, kind of unraveled the story, the mystery really, of what had happened to this film, I decided that it should be restored, and that I was the one who had to do it.
We were also able to speak with director Laura Paglin of Facing Forward, a documentary that was filmed here in Cleveland about high-risk inner-city children and a new kind of school designed to save them.
Well, I was never I didn't have much faith in the public school system before. So I guess but I'd never really seen a solution that was working either. You know, there are tendencies just to say, well, these kids, they come from poor backgrounds, and it's their parents' fault, and this and that, and, you know, we never had trouble when we went to public school, and blah, blah, blah. But when you saw some of the challenging backgrounds that these kids came from, and then you saw how much they improved over the year, I mean, I was expecting, and they were expecting, kind of a incremental improvement. But, well, when you see the film, you just see, you know, how dramatically the kids improve. So it basically makes me feel that, yes, there really are solutions out there.
Be sure to catch Facing Forward today at 12:15 p.m. and Wednesday at 7:40 p.m., followed by a film forum. And you can also read our interview with Laura Paglin in today's Daily. And be sure to join us for our first ever Night Night at Plaza Cinemas in Akron, sponsored by the John S. and James L. Knight Foundation. The evening kicks off at 5:30 p.m. with a pre-film reception, followed by the screening of The High Cost of Living at 7:15 p.m. Akron native Susan Schreiner, the producer of the film, will be in attendance. And now on to Bill's best bets for today. Hey, Bill! At 9:20 a.m., catch the story of a woman who escaped the Holocaust because of her translation abilities and the woman with the 5 elephants. Okay. Come see Bobby Fischer Against the World at 11:45 a.m., a documentary that takes us through the chess player's life from birth to death. Afterwards, the film producer, Matthew Justice, will join the organization Progress with Chess at the Tower City Center Fountain for simultaneous chess matches from 9 a.m. to noon and then from 2 to 6 p.m. 60 chess boards will be available on a first-come, first-served basis. It's just one more way that you can be part of the story. At 2:25 p.m., the documentary An African Election takes us back to the election in 2008 in Ghana, one of the series of elections that caused uprising from citizens claiming the election was rigged. At 5:40 p.m., the Human Resources Manager looks at the repercussions of a suicide bombing that takes the life of one of his employees at Jerusalem's largest bakery. At 7:10 p.m., The Arbor is a documentary about playwright Andrea Dunbar, which is reenacted by actors lip-syncing recorded interviews of Dunbar and her friends. End your evening with Almost Kings at 9:40 p.m., a tale of a teenager who has to decide between obtaining a closer relationship with his older brother or admitting a secret. Find out the latest information about these films and other events by picking up your copy of the Daily, following us on the festival blog, joining us on Twitter or Facebook, and of course, seeing as many films as you possibly can. Hi, this is Megan Early.